to Lumberjack Barbecue here in Lumberjack, PA. I got a recipe I'm going to put out today that is something I've seen half so. I saw a recipe one time for Reuben brats on a bun, and so I'm going to do my take on it. It's actually out of a Taste of Home or something like that, or one of those cooking magazines. I'm going to call it the Reuben. So what we're going to use to be the brew part of it is some beer, Yingling, and we're going to use these Johnsonville brats, as well as some Swiss cheese. We got our sauerkraut right here, and we're going to cut up some of this green pepper. Yes, that is green pepper. My grandmama went shopping with her yesterday, and she bought some of these and let me have one. And some garlic and some onion, just regulation yellow onion, I believe it is. Our soft rye and our Thousand Island dressing. And not only are we just going to make a sandwich, but then we're going to press it at the end, being a little ingenious with some cast iron pans. And I've seen that stuff around too. But that's something that I wanted to do, and I was thinking about it at work a week or so ago. So we're going to do some prep work, get some of this stuff sliced up and this and that, and then we'll see you then. Alright, welcome back. We got all the prep work done. You can see I got my onions and peppers cut up, got my garlic diced up, and we're ready to go. I'm going to start off with the cast iron pan, which should be really hot right about now. We're going to put just a little bit of oil in. I'm going to try to soften up the vegetables a little bit. They're going to get soft with the beer and all that, but I want to add some, maybe I can get them browned up too. That's what I'm thinking. Not as much sizzle as I thought. I thought it was hotter than that, but oh well. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be add some pepper to this. I'm going to put my garlic in a little later, and we're going to move it over with hot coals there, and hopefully, like I said, getting this nice and browned up. So we'll be back when they're close to being browned up, and we're ready to put them in the pan over there. Thanks a lot. Welcome back. While you're gone, we got our peppers and onions, so we have some brown on them, and I also added I would say it was about 3 cloves of garlic to the pan, and I did have probably a teaspoon of oil in there beforehand. I probably forgot to tell you that. Cranked around a bunch of black pepper, and I got this to where I want it to be, and the smell out here is really awesome. Also, you might ask, Lumberjack, why are you on the porch? It looks like it's alright outside. Well, they're calling for rain, so I don't want to get stuck out there. It was raining earlier, they're calling for it again, so that's why we're doing it up here on the porch. So the next thing we're going to do is add our sauerkraut. The reason I want to do that is what you're hearing right there and seeing right there. We got a lot of water in this sauerkraut, and yeah, I could have sat there and drained it, but I want to do a little something with this sauerkraut too. Put a little bit of grill in it. I can't get in the grill marks from the sauerkraut, but I certainly can't lay them out here unless I do the Kevin Moyer spaghetti method. You lay your spaghetti strings right across really carefully. Nah. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just try to cook this down a little bit. Get some of that water cooked out of it. Get it mixed in with the onion and the garlic and everything. Look at that, I'm already starting to get some brown on my sauerkraut. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it like so for, I don't know, probably 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. And then we'll go and toss it around. And once I get to that point where I have it where I like it, then we'll bring it back and we're going to put it into an aluminum pan and pour some beer over it and put it off to the side, and then we're going to start doing our brats over top of the coals. So we'll see you when we come back. Welcome back. Our sauerkraut looking good. There's hardly any moisture in there anymore. We got some brown going on. That's exactly where I want it. We're going to be soaking this with beer later, but I wanted to add some of this flavor that I get from this pan. And now we're going to get ready to dump this into an aluminum pan, which is going to go over on this side. And this is what our brats will be after we sear them. Notice I didn't add any salt. This doesn't need salt. This sauerkraut comes very salty. Anything out of the can is very, very salty. So we just used black pepper. And that was that. Take this, put this over on here, since that's so hot. And try to move this around in here a little bit. And it isn't a lot. We're only going to make 3 or 4 sandwiches. I don't want to waste any sauerkraut. I'm going to put that like that. Take some beer, whatever beer you like. I'm going to put that in there. And we know that we're going to have brats in here, 10 of them. So I'm gonna use 2 cans. No, I don't like wasting beer either, but to me it's not a waste. This is going to really add some flavor to these. And that's that. Now our brats. These are already smoked. So all I'm doing is searing them. That's perfect. I want a little smoke on them. I'm going to add just a little bit more because they usually don't put as much smoke as we like on them. There we go. We're going to just sear them up. Get some brown on them. Get them looking good. After we get done searing them up, then we're going to take them and put them aside, and we're going to poke some holes in them, because when they go in here, I want them to be sucking up all these juices as well. I don't, you know, some people say, oh, don't poke the holes in because the juice will come out of the brat, and that's fine. It's going to intermingle with all of this. It's going to be good and delicious. Plus, we're cutting these in half anyway to make sandwiches. The Reuben sandwich, which is basically just a brat Reuben sandwich. So that's what we're doing. Get some brown on them. Once I get the brown on them and everything's seared up, we'll poke some holes in them and put them in our sauerkraut. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back. Didn't take long to get these babies seared up. And they're opening up, so I don't even have to poke them with a toothpick or fork or nothing. They'll get plenty of this juices in. Looking good to me. And we're going to let them in here and let them simmer in this. We'll let them get all the sauerkraut juices with the onions and the peppers and the garlic. I don't know if I mentioned, but I used 3 or 4 cloves of garlic and minced that up. I think I might have mentioned that. And that's what we're going to do. Probably be about a half an hour or so. I don't know, 45 minutes, whenever I feel like it. I think I'm going to move this a little closer to the fire and turn it around because it was on there for a little bit, not too long. Get some even heating. And put it maybe right about almost center of the grill. With the lid off, we're at 200 degrees. Once I put that lid on, it ought to get screaming again. We're not going to remove the cast iron pan because when we go to make our sandwiches and build them, we're putting them back in the pan, and we're going to put this pan on top of the sandwich with the cheese and everything else, and we're going to press it down, and these things are going to be dynamite, in my opinion. We'll find out. So we'll see you when we get these good and ready, and we're going to be slicing them in half, and when we're ready to build the sandwich, we'll bring it back. Thanks a lot. Stick around. Welcome back to Lumberjack Barbecue. We're going to finish off these Reubens now. If you look in the pan over here, there was a bunch of bubbling. I moved them back away from the fire. I had to add some charcoal. I just had a forkful of this. It is so sweet. It's very delicious. So, in order to make these, this is what we're going to have. We're going to have to get a cast iron pan with butter. Get that all going in there. Meanwhile, we're going to take these Reubens out. That's enough to make one sandwich. I'm going to cut it right down the middle. That's done. Now, 2 slices of bread. Got ourselves some regulation 1,000 iron dressing. Got to pop the top. Should have done this before we got on camera. You have to wait. Patience, my dear. Patience. I don't know. We'll start with that. Let's see what that looks like. Alright. Where's my knife? There it is. I'm going to spread that all around. I think maybe just a touch more. Don't want to kill it, but so what we're talking about, I don't know. I guess that was 2 tablespoons, a tablespoon and a half. Beautiful. Alright, that's the way I'm liking it. Our butter's going pretty good over there. Take that, move that all around the pan. That was a pan we had the sauerkraut in originally. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of bread, lay it down in there. And we're going to take our bratwurst, lay that in there, on the bread. Oh, baby. Good. Then we're going to take some of this sauerkraut. Drain it out as we put it on. I tell you what, the smells. There's some of that pepper there. Oh man, the smells are awesome. Maybe a little more. What do you think? Then we're going to put our Swiss cheese on, which I conveniently left in the fridge. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Almost out. Here we go. I'm not forgetting anything, am I? I don't think so. Baby Swiss. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. How many we got in here? 11 slices? Oh yeah, we can do that. 2 slices of cheese. Reposition. Slice of bread. Another cast iron pan. We'll be back when we have this baby done. Thanks a lot for watching. Little mishap. Some of the brats fell out when I went to flip it, but this is what it's looking like. I'm going to take it out of here, put it on our plate, see what we got. It's about a minute, maybe a minute and a half on each side. It sure as heck ain't not pretty, but I can't wait to try it just to see what it tastes like. Oh, it's falling apart. Maybe I should only use 3 brats, or 1.5 brats per sandwich. And this is going to be a mess to eat. Yeah, it's definitely a mess. Maybe I toast the bread the next time I make it. Oh, that is really, really good. Very, very good. It needs tweaking. You got ideas, take it and run with it. Have no problem with that. Tastes delicious. I ain't throwing it away. I'm eating it. Thanks a lot for watching Lumberjack Barbecue, and we'll see you the next time. Reuben's.